For the first time, Precinct 4 Constable Mark Herman publicly recounts the day a 15-year-old girl told him how to stop a mass murderer's death toll at 6.
That's right. Fox 26's Randy Wallace sat down with Constable Herman on what prompted him to speak out now.
This is the first time this story has ever been told to any media station.
What prompted Precinct 4 Constable Mark Herman to relive that hot July day a decade ago when Ronald Haskell became one of Houston's most despicable mass killers? A recent breaking bond report on a motion to recuse 351st Criminal Court Judge Nada Cornelio from Haskell's case. According to court documents, she had the death row inmate moved from Huntsville to the Harris County Jail for 3 weeks last summer to have an MRI. Apparently, only she, Haskell, and his appellate attorney knew about it.
Randy, your story has awakened the demons that live in my memory of that horrific day.
Herman was an assistant chief in 2014.
When the call went out, I was probably a minute from that location, and another deputy and I drove up at the same time.
That call came from Cassidy Stay. Her uncle, Ron Haskell, showed up dressed like a delivery man. She watched as he gunned down her 34-year-old mother, Katie, her 39-year-old dad, Stephen, and her 4 siblings, 13-year-old Brian, 9-year-old Emily, 7-year-old Rebecca, and 4-year-old Zach. The then 15-year-old Cassidy was shot too.
Cassidy Stay played dead, and when he left the house, she was able to get on the phone, call 911 to our office, and basically get us en route over there. I was kind of walking alongside the deputies with the EMS folks to get her loaded, and she was giving us information that her uncle did this, he's driving a small red car, and that he was going to the grandparents' house.
As Assistant Chief Mark Herman was over the K-9 squad, he says that day the entire squad was here at the Ponderosa Volunteer Fire Department for training. He told them to come here to Anvil Drive. That's where Cassidy told them her grandparents lived.
Just look for a small red car. And about that time, the phone hung up and the police radios lit up with "we're in a pursuit," and they started chasing him.
Haskell was arrested before he could continue his killing spree.
That is how close his ex-wife and kids and their parents came to also suffering the same fate as the Stay family. He said that's what he's going to do. Cassidy knew that because they verbally spoke with him before he actually killed the family. That was his whole reason for coming here to the Spring area, was to murder his wife and probably the kids too.
Being so close to the scene, the constable has no doubt it was God's will.
There is no doubt in my mind that God set it up that way. I mean, I wish God could have helped us save the Stay family, but by Cassidy making that phone call, playing dead, she's the true hero. She made it happen. 5
years after watching her family die, Cassidy addressed Haskell when he was sentenced to death.
I hope that when you die, you will get the punishment you deserve from God. Only God can help you now.
July 9th, 2014, a day that will never leave Mark Herman alone.
Those demons live in my memory, and it's something you can never take away. And I've seen a lot of bad things in my life. That's probably one of the worst.
Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.